Welcome to this lesson, a closer look at Alfred Lord Tennyson's The Charge of the Light Brigade. While we previously explored the poem's historical context and narrative, today we will delve into Tennyson's linguistic choices and structural elements and how they enhance the poem's themes of war and conflict. We'll start by examining Tennyson's use of alliteration to evoke the chaotic atmosphere of the battlefield alongside his use of vivid imagery. We will then consider how the poem's exclamatives heightens the emotional intensity of the battlefield, and how Tennyson's strategic repetition of Valley of Death creates a sense of rhythm and urgency. Let's begin. Tennyson employs alliteration with the repeated S and H sounds to enhance the poem's rhythmic quality and vividly depict the chaotic and violent nature of the battlefield. This can be seen in the lines, "Stormed at with shot and shell while horse and hero fell." The alliteration creates a rhythmic and melodic quality in the line. The repetition of the S sound mimics the persistent onslaught faced by the Light Brigade, underscoring the intensity and violence of the conflict. The alliteration conjures images of a violent and tumultuous battle scene, where the soldiers of the Light Brigade are relentlessly bombarded by enemy fire. The use of alliteration helps to evoke a sense of urgency and danger, immersing the reader in the harrowing experience of warfare and emphasizing the bravery and fortitude of the soldiers in the face of overwhelming odds. In Alfred Lord Tennyson's The Charge of the Light Brigade, the use of vivid imagery is a significant language feature that brings the poem to life and conveys the intense action and emotion of the battle. One striking example is the imagery in the lines, "Stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they rode and well, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell." This imagery depicts the violent and chaotic environment of the battlefield. The phrase "stormed at with shot and shell" uses sensory details to create a powerful visual and auditory experience of the relentless assault faced by the soldiers. The words "jaws of death" and "mouth of hell" personify death and hell, transforming them into monstrous entities that the Light Brigade bravely charges into. This imagery emphasizes the bravery of the soldiers while also highlighting the perilous and almost suicidal nature of their mission. Tennyson's choice of language not only paints a dramatic picture, but also underscores the themes of heroism, sacrifice, and the tragic futility of war. Tennyson's strategic use of exclamatives and questions in The Charge of the Light Brigade serves to heighten the emotional intensity and underscore the dramatic nature of the events depicted. This is evident in the lines, "Forward the Light Brigade! Was there a man dismayed?" Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. The exclamative, "Forward the Light Brigade!" captures the urgency and command of the moment, creating a sense of immediacy and action. In contrast, the rhetorical question, "Was there a man dismayed?" invites the reader to consider the soldiers' emotions and reactions, emphasizing their unwavering courage despite knowing that someone had blundered. These structural elements engage the reader, making the experience more vivid and emotionally charged by juxtaposing the assertive orders with contemplative inquiries. Thus, Tennyson's use of exclamatives and questions not only adds dynamism and depth to the narrative, but also enhances the reader's connection to the soldiers' valor and the poignancy of their ill-fated charge, reinforcing the themes of duty and heroism. Tennyson employs repetition to craft a sense of rhythm and urgency, reflecting the relentless and unstoppable nature of the brigade's charge. By repeating specific phrases and words, he mimics the pounding of hooves and the soldiers' unyielding advance, immersing readers in the battlefield's intensity. For instance, the repetition of half a league, half a league, half a league onward underscores this effect. The recurring half a league at the poem's start sets a rhythmic pace mirroring the Light Brigade's steady and determined march. This not only highlights the soldiers' unwavering advance, but also creates a hypnotic effect, drawing readers into their relentless progression toward fate. Later, the repeated cannon in "cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them" envelops the reader in the battlefield's chaos and danger from all sides. This structure, created by repetition, emphasizes how the brigade was surrounded by threats, highlighting their bravery as they charged forward despite overwhelming odds. Through this repetition, Tennyson captures both the physical movement of the charge and the soldiers' courage, reinforcing the poem's tribute to their heroism. Today we started by looking at Tennyson's language devices and how he used alliteration with the S and H sounds to enhance the poem's rhythmic quality and vividly depict the battlefield's chaos and violence. The vivid imagery, such as stormed at with shot and shell, immerse readers in the battle's intensity and highlight the soldiers' bravery. Next, we looked at the poem's structure and how exclamatives heighten the poem's emotional intensity, underscore the dramatic events, and enhance the soldiers' valor. Lastly, the repetition of phrases like half a league and cannon creates a sense of rhythm and urgency, reflecting the relentless advance and courage of the Light Brigade. Well done for today's lesson. See you next time. Watch the rest of the GCSE English Literature course at Sophos Education.